Hey, folks. It's Jennifer.
Hi.
That's Jennifer on the right. Yep, that's Jennifer right there. I'm
Hi. I'm
yep.
here.
I'm Gary. Best somewhere in the world. I don't know, but yep. It's just two of us tonight. It's like we don't even know how to behave. Just two
I know, we're
people.
taking it easy.
No parade of pictures. It's going to be like a vacation for us. So thanks for joining us. Um, yeah. So you're just going to see stitching tonight. That's from dawn to dusk. There on the right, as worked by Jennifer. And then we have me trying to get back to where I once was with Royal Garden. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Jeez. It's better. At least it's semi-square. I feel better about it, so that's good. Yep. Okay, some announcements. So we're sponsored tonight. Avlia down there in the lower left corner. I put everything down in the bottom this time so you could see the stitching. So lower left corner there is Avlia Mediterranean Folk Embroidery. And we have count them, six giveaway charts tonight. We haven't had giveaways in a while, so I went crazy. So six giveaway charts. Three of them. Well, let me do this first. Okay, so coming up on the 28th, Monday the 28th, is at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. 8 o'clock Eastern Time is the Fiber Talk Monday Night Hearts. And we're going to just have like a half-hour live show to get it started. Just a half-hour live show here on the YouTube channel. And that'll get us started. And then after that, it's just going to be Monday night, and we'll just kind of have a thing going on Instagram. So basically, if you have a functioning heart, you qualify to stitch. But I know Beth and I are going to be stitching on Gay Ann Rogers' Patriotica hearts, and I'm going to have to sneeze here in just a second. So I'm muting. Now I'm back. So Beth and I are going to do Gay Ann Rogers' hearts, and Jennifer is doing a cross stitch wedding thing for an upcoming anniversary with swans that make a heart.
Yes.
Heartwarming.
And there are other hearts in the piece too, which
Yes.
I completely forgot. And then I looked at it, I'm like, oh, there's other hearts. So.
Okay, well, it's heartwarming. You know.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
20 years.
Is that right? 20?
20 years, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Young kids.
Sure.
So we're going to do that. The objective or the idea is to stitch something with a heart in it, but certainly not required. But just join us, and then we're going to share in the coming weeks on Monday nights. Just set aside time to stitch on a heart project and share your progress on Instagram. Then October 4, Sunday, now that's a Sunday, is the Fiber Talk Meditates. And it's an 8-week series, so 8 Sunday shows, 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 Sunday shows where we're going to do meditative stitching. And Jennifer and I are going to do the basket weave, Avlia basket weave. Jennifer is doing it as a stool cover.
Yep.
And I'm doing it on some ground cloth with thread. I haven't decided any more than that. And then we're going to also have some breathing, some exercises, some stretching, some meditating. Don't worry, we're not going to break a sweat here, folks. So, but we are going to learn some techniques that should be helpful to stitchers as you sit for hours doing the same thing. So it's meditative stitching, and tonight's giveaway. The reason I put all that in, tonight's giveaway, three Avlia charts. And these all three are meditative charts. You see what I did there?
Oh, nice.
See, it's a theme.
Very good.
Yeah, it's almost
people prepared.
Yeah, it's almost as if I planned these things. Almost. So these are meditative charts. So if you're looking for something meditative and you don't win, these are 3 options. This is Lunette. This is Lunette here. So that's one of them. And then this is Etruscan Diamonds. Sorry about the plastic, but I'm not taking it out because they're in plastic bags. Etruscan Diamonds square. So this is a square pattern. And the thing with these Avlia designs like this is you can make them any size you want. You can just manipulate and make them any size you want. All you need is the original, the basic pattern, and then you just go from there. So that's kind of the cool thing. So that's Etruscan diamonds. And then the third one we're giving away is Anatolian. Where does she get these words? I don't know. Anatolian odalisque. Anatolian odalisque table mat. So you can see the meditative thing. You obviously it's just a pattern. And then if you change colors, you change colors. If you do them all the same, you do them all the same. So those three. So that down at the bottom now, at the bottom of the screen, Gary at WeTalkFiber.com. And if you want to be entered in the drawing for those three, your subject line is Avlia. All right. Then the other thing we're giving away is three from Textured Treasures. That's in the theme with what Jennifer is stitching there from Textured Treasures. So this is hexagonal options sails. That's sails. I'll move it around. Okay. And then Crocifiso, I think. This thing is wild. Look at that. That is wild. I'll keep it there so you can see it, Jennifer, see for the delay to come through.
Right, because it's a little, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Has it showed up yet?
Ooh, wow.
Check that out. Now that's wild. That's wild.
Cool.
Crocifiso. So this is from Textured Treasure. I like this one. I almost set that aside and said I'm doing it. But no.
Wow.
She gave them to us to give away, so in the spirit of. But look at that. That is cool. So that one. And then Nazah, N-A-D-Z-A-H. I'll just put there. That's what it is. I think that's Nazah. I have no idea what that means. Does she say on the back? No.
I don't know, but I looked up odalisque, and it's a chambermaid or female attendant in a Turkish seraglio, particularly the court ladies in the household of the Ottoman Sultan.
There we go.
Or Sultan.
You can go. You can.
I can speak English, I swear.
Yeah. No, you can go snooty and say Sultan.
I don't know if that's right.
Sultan. It's probably just Sultan. So Nazah. Nazah is the third chart. Look at that thing. That's pretty cool. She does amazing stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. So those three.
Ooh.
Those three are textured. So you send an email to me, Gary at WeTalkFiber.com, Avlia in the subject line if you want to be entered in the Avlia drawing, textured if you want to be entered in the Textured Treasures drawing, and you're more than welcome to enter both. But don't send one email with both names on it because you'll end up in no drawings. So you got to send two emails if you want to be involved in both drawings. One for Avlia and one for textured. If you combine them and say Avlia textured, it'll go into my regular inbox. Bad spot.
And where do they buy these meditative charts if they don't win one?
Avlia.life. Avlia.life is where you can go, and then you can also contact Kim at Sassy Jacks because she carries she carries the full line, and then she can kit you up.
So is the one from Avlia, is that a digital download or is that a real pattern?
These are the real deal. These are not digital downloads.
Oh, okay.
No, these are the real deal. Printed right here in my hands. We will mail them to the winner.
No, I mean, not the ones you're giving away, but the ones if you go to buy one from her website, is it a digital download?
No. Those are all printed, and she sends them.
Oh, okay.
The basket weave that we're doing, I believe that is a digital download.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but no, the ones that no, they're printed.
Oh.
So
Nice.
yeah, so there's that. So those are our giveaways tonight. 6 of them, Avlia or textured or one of each. However you want to do it. It's strictly up to you. However it works. I got the computer so far away I can't see the comments. Are we missing comments here?
I asked the one that I saw.
That's what you were doing.
Where do you?
Look at you work the system.
Yeah. See.
I'm impressed.
I try.
Vicky Marston, 90% done with Dawn to Dusk. Oh, man.
Wow.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Very nice. It's fun. It is a lot of
Yeah,
fun
I'm anxious to
to
get
get
to that.
going on it. And yeah, it's
Yeah, before we started here, Jennifer and I were commenting the Fiber Talk colorway. If you join the Textured Treasure or Dawn to Dusk Facebook group, you can see Karen's working her way through the Fiber Talk version. Holy smokes, it's beautiful.
yeah. Also on her Instagram too.
Okay, it's
I've
beautiful.
seen it both places. Oh, it is so beautiful. I mean, that's another of like the colorway I would totally do.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So she's doing it because she can tell, but I'm not going to get to it tomorrow. Sorry. The
Yep. On my
so
royal garden, I've gotten as far as the Scotch stitches, and I've done the lacing of the pink. And then I had to stop because I'm waiting for the threads for the rest of it. But I did get started.
all right. So you have the base box in place then.
I do.
Yeah, I get these crescents done here. The Beth and I were having a discussion about the waffle stitches that go around the outside. And because when I did mine, I don't like that green that's in the variegated thread. Why is
Okay.
and I think I have a knot in the back. Hang on. Nope. Must have miscut the thread because I think I'm going to come up short. And I didn't like it, so I didn't include them. And then she did, and so we were talking. I think I'm going to have to make sure that I include some green because it's not. Otherwise, I don't think the colors are going to come out right.
Right.
It serves a function there. So
Because there's not that much green.
no, I got to put some in, and I'll keep it to a minimum. But yeah, I got to put some in.
Yeah, because it'll just help. It helps enhance in ways that you don't really realize.
Right. Well, yeah, and it carries. See, what I did was I did not include the green, and so I made a box that blocked a block of color, and then that green carries through as you go further out. That's what we were talking about. See, and I visually cut that off by not having any in that box. So I got whether I like it or not, I gotta make sure I put some in.
Yes.
So I will do that. I got my stretcher bars from my Adjust-A-Frames from Gary Kaufman today. My little 7-inch stretcher bars for the
for the hearts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Compared to what we've been doing with these big ones, they're just cute.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So do you do lots of other small ones so you'll be able to use them on other things too in the future?
Yeah, I'm not a small project person, but I mean I
didn't
will
think so.
Yeah,
But...
I will use them, but yeah, they're cute.
Yeah.
Little chunks of wood, yeah. But yeah, no, I don't do a lot of small stuff. I don't know why. I don't get very many big ones finished, but I don't do small ones, which I could finish. Go figure that. Yeah.
Just impressed by all the action that's going on in the big ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm always drawn to those bigger ones. So yeah.
I do a mixture of things, you know. But for needlepoint, I've only done. Well, you've seen what I've done. I've done a couple of things, so because I am new, especially the counted needlepoint. This is my first one.
Oh, it is. Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I've never done counted needlepoint. I've only done those 2 projects that were the painted canvas.
Oh.
That that cat stocking and that little Santa. That's supposed to be a little stocking.
Pardon me a second while I play thread chicken with this one. This one's gonna be close. Yeah, there's the back, folks.
That's the back?
That's the back.
Oh, wait, I'm not. I'm looking at the wrong.
Oh, yeah, delay for you.
Right. I'm like, that doesn't look like the back.
I made it. Thread chicken win.
Yay.
Ooh, 1 inch left. I win. What do we got here? Any new ones? So, okay, so Wednesday night with Trisha. Holy smokes.
I know.
Holy smoke. But all right, so this is the question I have for you. All right,
Okay.
those caskets, I mean, they're stunning. But I don't know how anybody could look at those, anybody, and not say those are just flat out stunning. I mean,
Oh,
they're just I don't know how you could because they're just amazing stuff. The story behind them, the history, everything.
Yeah, all of the work she puts into for researching.
Yeah.
I mean, that's passion right there.
Yeah.
She has a passion for those caskets.
So the question for you is, money's no object, because that's not a cheap little project to take on.
No, it's not.
Okay, money's no object. Would you stitch one? Would you buy one and actually stitch it?
If money was no problem, yeah, I would.
You would?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's just awesome.
All right.
But what I did buy that incorporates lots of those kinds of things is those Helen Blomkamp. The books, remember, was it Dima Santina? Was
yep, Dima, yeah.
Yeah, she and I bought all three. I bought Cruel Intentions. I bought the first one, the whatever twisted something, and then I bought the bird one. And I've got this quilt I was gonna make, but the embroidery patterns are kind of more cutesy.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do some of those, and they're the right size too, so I wouldn't even have to resize. I could do those and put those in as the because it's supposed to be a wall hanging quilt. I can put those in instead of the cutesy pattern.
Oh, okay.
And then it can be a real fancy quilt hanging on the wall for fall. And it would be like fall colors. And I would do it all in fall colors that matches the fabric I already have.
Yeah. That'd be impressive.
Yeah, so that's another project that's
her stuff's amazing to me.
Yeah, that was so, and I'm really intrigued by doing the weaving and then also the lace, the needle lace.
Yes.
That looks fun. I want to do that.
Yes.
It's almost like knitting. It's like knitting, but on the fabric with just the one needle doing loop-dees. It's really cool. I like it.
Is that a technical term, loop-dees?
Sure. Absolutely.
Because it sounded very technical.
Yes.
What do we got? Cindy Baldwin. I'm taking Natalie's. Oh, Cindy's taking Natalie's couching class. Oh, how amazing is that, Cindy? I'm a big fan of Natalie Dupuy and her stuff. I bet that class is fantastic. Yeah. And I could have taken it too. I just don't have the time. I just really don't. Lucky to get this much done. Vicky says the brocade work on Dawn to Dusk is time-consuming and repetitive. Work on getting portions of this done before doing all the motifs. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to do it like in rows. Like I'm going to do the first three motifs. Then I'm going to do the 2 brocade sections. Then I'm going to do the next 3 motifs. Then I'm going to do the next 2 brocade sections.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do it in kind of rows.
Yeah.
And include the brocades as a row.
Oh, there you go. So when you're done, you don't have all that facing you.
Right. That way it breaks it up a little.
Yeah. Mary Corbett reviewed a needle. Mary Corbett's been doing books like crazy lately. I missed that one. Needle Lace on her website. Oh, I didn't read anything today. Shelley, see, Shelley is a troublemaker. Maybe I'll catch up to her on Royal Garden. Where are you at, Shelley? Let's see just how much I have to do. Oh, Kathy's doing the first step of the brocade work as she finishes the satin stitches around the stars. Oh, so okay, so she's just kind of she's multitasking. Well, that's good advice. That um, thanks for that, Vicky, because that's um, that brocade looks daunting in that there's so much of it and it's rather involved. So, um, right,
Yeah, there's like 3 layers.
right, yeah.
Where am I? Here I am.
So noted.
But it looks kind of, I
It's
mean, the
amazing.
layers themselves individually, though, are pretty simple.
Yeah, but you got to go over the
So,
same surface 3 times. Yeah,
yeah, but it's kind of, enter your meditative stitching zone for that,
yeah.
you know,
There we go.
and treat it that way. It's like when you're doing a cross stitch, you do like a house or something big, and you outline it first, and you do all the details inside, and then all you have to do is fill in the big space with the one color,
Hmm.
and you can just chill and stitch. And I did that today because I didn't have a migraine, but I was almost headachy and stuff, and so I wanted to stitch, but I didn't want to have to think real hard.
Hmm.
So I just filled in some big empty spaces, and that way I could stitch, but I didn't have to try to overtax my brain because it was not wanting to cooperate today.
I have days like that all the time where I don't want to think real hard.
Yeah. Well, there are some days I just can't think real hard, whether I
Yeah.
want to or not. My brain's like, not today.
Kimberly Young, I had down that Gary and Vanna were to be in New York City this morning. No,
What?
no. Patricia, not sure where that came from because I could tell you personally.
Oh, maybe North Carolina.
Well, North
Remember how y'all were
Carolina,
gonna?
yeah, because that, yeah,
And then that didn't happen because of COVID, and so then she did her online
right,
soiree.
yeah, that was going to be the soiree, yes,
Right. That might be what she means.
yes. Because New York City, no.
No, I'm like, there's nothing in New York City.
Plus, I'd just pass. No offense to New York City people, but
No, I've been. I've been
I've
once,
been
and it
there
was
enough.
good.
I've been there enough. No
Have you
thanks.
been lots of times?
Yeah, trade shows, see,
Oh, okay.
Javits Center, yeah.
Okay, where am I now? I did the sentence stitch.
Shelley's done the outline of the Chili Hollow. Oh, yeah, okay, Shelley, okay. Shelley's way out there on the edges. I'm not even close, obviously.
Okay, 3.
Yeah, no, Patricia, yeah, we were supposed to be at Kim's for the second soiree, but yeah, life.
Yep.
But that was apparently successful.
Nice.
I was not a participant other than the Friday night thing, but
Right. Me neither.
so I was going to say about uh, the casket. So you would do it. See, of course, for me, that's I couldn't. I'm not doing the casket. That's not my deal. But what it did say to me is that I really got to get stump work fired up because
Oh,
that's the part that appeals to me in that casket is all the stump work. And when I saw how many things she was doing with really simple techniques, the wheels start spinning.
right.
But that, yeah, that's impressive there. See, the stump work is what impresses me, and so I gotta get that fired up. I have the
Yeah,
books.
that was
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
I've
Because
never tried that. Now, what is that hanging out over there? That's okay. I'm getting out another thread before I tidied away the other one, and that's just going to make my whole area a mess and drive me crazy.
okay,
Can't have that.
well, it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch. Let me go get some popcorn and we'll see how we do.
right. Fixed it.
Soiree speakers were really good. Yeah, she had a nice lineup there. Yeah, EGA, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I joined the EGA.
Oh, that's right, you did. A new member at
did.
large.
Yes. I had tried in like last year and stuff, but their website, I guess they've revamped it recently
Yes.
because I could never
Now it actually
join
works.
online. Yeah, and now I actually could, and I did, and it worked, and I was like, yay, finally, because I'd been wanting to join for a couple of years, but I could never make it work on the website, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
but now it worked.
Those are the kinds of things. Yeah, you just kind of never mind. If it's going to be this much hassle, just forget it. Yeah.
I know, and I suffer from that a lot.
So yeah, no, they got that website act together, no doubt.
My thing's squeaking. I
Agreed.
had to move it up a little.
Agreed.
So, where am I going? I'm tying off a new thread so
See?
I can start a new section. So I'm.
Queen says she was about to be all offended about me not coming to New York, and then I said Javits, and she understands. See, that's the way it works. Yeah. Oh no, New York. I mean, I've been to the musicals and the plays and all that stuff. That's amazing, to be able to do that. But when you got to go there for work, and it's that.
Right.
But I will say about New York. Now, I will say this about New York, and I don't want to spend more minutes than are necessary about New York, but I will say I've been doing magazine stuff for 40 years. And so I've been going to New York for a long time. And
right.
My first years in New York, that place was a dump. I mean, it was just a filthy city. And now it is, I mean, it's a city where it's if you like New York, it's a nice place to visit. But there for many, many years, it was like, geez, I can't take enough showers when I get home. It was just a filthy city. But then they cleaned it up and made it, and it's really, especially for a city of that size with that many people, it's very, very nice. But
yeah, it makes me think of like downtown Colorado Springs. You know how you watch Joe Kenda on ID channel? What do they call him? Anyway, he's a detective from Colorado Springs, and they show the downtown. It looks all nice. Well, when I was growing up, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was not nice, and it was filthy and dirty and scary, and we were not allowed downtown. Period. There was no going downtown. Homicide Hunter, that's the show. But it looks, the way they show it on the show now, when you see the downtown, that's what it looks like now. It's all nice.
Yeah.
But back when I was a kid, no way.
Not so much, huh? So many cities
were not allowed downtown.
So many cities have cleaned up their act because so many cities have a lot to offer. I mean, New York has a lot to offer, but it's got to be, yeah.
Come on, why can't I?
Stitch, Trisha wins caskets, but I think the kits run more. Yeah, they're expensive, but
now we know why.
Yeah. But that's why she has that, so you can do the payment plan too, to make it more approachable.
Does.
Yeah. So that's.
Yeah, it's like $200 a month.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Because
Yeah.
I've looked. Well, I gotta know. Right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Isn't it my job to know these things now?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. But I mean, they're stunning. It's obviously for me just not my cup of tea, but the. I just can't get over the stump work and what she does and how she pulls it off with, just some pretty basic stuff. To me, that was just.
Yeah. I like the thread trickery that occurs.
Yeah. Oh, that's just it. Yeah. I mean, I learned so much just watching that. Yeah.
I know.
How many inches of thread are you cutting for the green crescents? I'm at 36 inches. Yeah, I started at with the inner one, I started at like 28, and now I'm up at 36 inches, and I just, yeah, 36 inches will keep you from playing thread chicken. Yep. You have to increase it because as you go out. So I'll probably go up to 38 or even 40 inches for that last layer. Jane Nicholas's stump book. Yeah, see, Vicky, I have a Jane Nicholas stump work book. I have it. See, I have no excuse. I have wires. I have all the things. I have no excuse. Everything is here. And that Jane Nicholas book is good. But I want to get the new one from Allison Cole. Just because I like her stuff, so I want to get it. But that looks like a terrific book too, so I'm ordering that thing. Yeah. So yeah, Amy, just I think I was 28. I started um, the first one. I actually wrote it down, so why don't I just look and then I don't have to think. Yeah, and then yeah, 30. Then I'm at 36. Oh, I started at 26, but make that 28. The first row, make it 28. Then go up like 2 inches, a generous 2 inches with each layer, and then you'll be okay.
But you know what I do want to do is the Queen sampler.
Yes.
Now that one I've watched the show a couple of times. That they did at the attic, right? Where they talked about the
That's
Queen sampler in depth.
yeah, I did that with Linda Vincent at the attic. Yes.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
So I've watched that a couple times, and I watched it with my mom, and I was like, now if you want to get me something for Christmas, you could get me this.
Yeah, that's one that's sitting over here. I really should get back to that. It just kind of got shoved to the back of the list here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I've got this one, the Royal Garden, plus my pandemic, and my little hearts, and plus all the other little. I'm doing another little cottage from Little House Needleworks. I'm working on the May cottage.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes I just need to work on a bigger count of fabric.
Oh.
And have it just not be so chart intensive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can sit in my comfy chair, where when I'm doing this, I have to sit in a different chair.
Oh, I see. Oh, so you can do smaller ones in the comfy chair. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is the torture chair. Is that how that works?
Well, it's not that bad. It's really good for your core strength and your muscles and your abdomen and back to sit up straight, once in a while instead of slouching all the time.
That's what I'm told, yeah.
Because I do sit up straight. I'm not slouching over him.
Your mother would be proud.
Well, yes, I was a ballet dancer growing up, so
okay.
I learned how to stand up straight from an early age.
You have zero excuse then.
That's right.
How much do I stitch per day? Patricia, quite frankly, if I get a couple hours in 4 days a week, it's pretty good. Yeah, I just don't get a chance to stitch that much, which is why I have all these things and don't have any of them done. I really don't. I'd like to. I really would. And Ellen, I'm not complaining, but a lot of my stitching time is putting together these kinds of things, which I enjoy doing. But yeah, I don't get to stitch that much. Jennifer, you get to stitch quite a bit, right?
Yeah, I do stitch quite a lot. It varies from day to day. I depends on how much the animals are wanting my attention, and I do have to do some house cleaning and stuff. But I get at least, I'd say, 3 or 4 hours at a minimum.
At a minimum?
Usually, yeah. Yeah.
That's impressive.
But sometimes that's also, interspersed with looking at Instagram or looking at Facebook.
Yeah.
And I don't stitch if I take a break and eat something. And then I have to exercise. I exercise pretty much every day. And that's about an hour. Well, plus I drink my special drink first. And then that takes, 20 minutes. And then I exercise. And then I have my after exercise drinking fruit. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole thing.
I can tell. Yeah, I just
But,
don't. I just don't have that time. Like this week.
Yeah.
This week we're getting a
I
magazine
waste
together.
a lot of time on Instagram.
Oh. Yeah, see, this week we're getting a magazine together. It's got to get to the printer by next Friday, and so you kind of printer deadlines don't move. And
Right.
Since we went to remote teaching, I turned commute time into stitch time. Works for me. Yeah, I think a lot of people can claim that, Josie. I think that's one of the benefits, if you can say there are benefits with this mess, is people turning commute time into into productive time, really, whether it's stitching or something else. But you might as well do it for something you enjoy. Um,
Oops.
Especially if you have long commutes.
I don't think I'm in the right hole.
It's probably not good.
I'm going to back it out and try again. Sometimes it's difficult to see quite right on the black canvas.
Yeah.
There we go. But it's not as difficult as it is on black cross-stitch fabric.
Yes.
I think it's easier. No, if I didn't focus on Instagram and Facebook so much, I could get more stitching done. But, social media, the lure.
Okay.
I
guess.
I don't know. Well, I like to look at everybody else's pretty things.
Okay. I do too.
And then, of course, there's cats and dogs and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. I follow that, and National Park Service, and I like to see the pretty things.
Oh, and the Tour de France is coming to an end. It's essentially over.
Oh, yeah.
Been enjoying that. But see, I've had to have it on my iPad while I'm sitting at my desk working. And then when the last half hour when they go commercial free for the end, then I drop everything and come downstairs and watch it on TV.
Right. It's like you take a break. Break time.
But I've been planning my mindless working things for the morning so I can have the Tour de France on and actually accomplish something, and then the thinking part comes later. But
Right. I'm doing this right? I mean, it looks right. Where's my picture? Sometimes the way it's done on the diagram looks a little bit prettier than it does on the picture in real life.
I did skip a hole.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I'm good.
What am I doing here? I skipped a hole.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Tour de France, I forgot about this year. Till her mom passed away. Yeah. Well, sorry to hear about your mom, but yeah. Well, I thought it was on Jennifer Saved My Bacon because I thought the way they were promoting it on NBC that you had to pay to watch it, and I didn't even look. I just thought, well, it's another one you got to pay for. And then Jennifer said, no, it was on free TV. So I missed the first 3 stages, was it? And then
I think 5.
5 stages. And then 'Cause I was kind of following it through all the cycling things, that I follow, and then you saved me.
Right.
You saved me. Locked in.
I was like, I'm seeing it, and I'm not paying extra. Yeah, because I follow it, and of course I haven't done any spinning.
Yeah, because you're in that. You're supposed to be spinning during that.
I'm supposed to be, but it's not happening. I don't know. We've had a really hot summer and lots of humidity. And like I said, I don't get migraines anymore, but I still get the not feeling good part a lot. And that puts a big damper on my activities. So I don't do as much as I would want to. But it's definitely not as bad as it's been in years past because I don't get the actual headache anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Step
huge.
in the right direction.
Yeah. So, and I sleep more because, it makes me sleep more.
Uh-huh.
So I've been getting up too late and I drink my shake while I'm watching it. and and then instead of getting out my spinning, I've been doing the cross stitch, so.
I go out for my morning bike ride and come back and lock in.
Nice.
So yeah, I gotta figure out. I gotta do some stump work. I gotta learn that. Thinking.
Yeah, I've never done that either. No. Nope, I've not done anything that I could even remotely call stump work. I've done needle felting, but that's not embroidery. That's poking wool with a poker, making it stick together. So.
Patricia wants to know what stitch you're doing.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, let's see. I'm doing the Romanian couching. And it's where you go on a diagonal, and in the middle stitch, you go in and out on the same hole. So to make it easier, I'm keeping the thread looped up, going in the hole, then pulling it tight, and then going over it and down the hole.
Let me see if I can darken you up a little bit so maybe she can see that better.
Yeah, I saw I'm a little fuzzy.
Yeah, a little white. Yeah,
and
a little
it's because
fuzzy.
it's the bright light. See if that helps. I moved my light a little, so we'll give it a second and see what it looks like on camera.
Yeah, let me zoom in a little more. All right, the outer layer of crescents, 40 inches of thread.
Wow. Those look pretty. I read through that book and stuff, and it looks, I'm excited to do a lot of those. Those look fun.
Yeah, it's a good, it's a good chart, good design. A lot of fun, yeah. And I'm a Debbie Rowley fan in the first place, so.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with.
No, I don't think that did much.
People are interested. We still have needle minders. If people are interested in the Fiber Talk needle minders.
I got my needle minder way back when you first started selling them.
Yeah, we still have them.
Back in the day.
Here, let me do some marketing right there. Oh no, can't. Never mind. I can't do marketing because the camera's too tight. Here, I'll put the little one in. That'll be a nice marketing thing. We'll do some marketing there. There we go. See. it over here.
Nice. Yeah, I have the big one.
Yeah.
Which actually works really well because I've got my long beading needle on here. I've got my, I think it's a 22 and my 20, maybe 6, 24. I don't know.
I have 2 large ones on this one because like doing the double fan double, when you do one color and then you move the needle out, then I just drop it on. Those magnets are so strong that it just stays where you want it. So yeah.
Right.
Well, I have a question for the folks. We've been having, well, 2 things. I need guests. I need people to volunteer to be guests for these live shows. So, it's really easy to do, but even though we're going down to 1 weekly night show, still need people to be guests. So volunteer, just send me an email and volunteer. It's really easy. You just got to give me some pictures and then we talk about them. It's nothing hard on your end. So we need that. But also would be interested to hear if people enjoy that. I need guests, but does people enjoy it? That didn't come out right at all, did it? But do people enjoy that? And then I'll try and get more designers because people clearly enjoy those. Promise I won't start another Sal if we catch up with some of the projects done. I have Royal Garden ordered. Okay, Vicki, no problem. I promise. Who was asking? What are the names? Oh, Josie. Textured treasures for tonight. Hexagonal options sales. That's that one. So sales. I think hexagonal options is a series, and then sales is that one. So it's that. Right. And then Naza. Don't know. Naza. And that's that one. I'd show you the whole thing, but I'd have to adjust 4 cameras to do it. So that's Naza. And then Crolsulfiso. I don't know. That one. That's this one here. That thing is wild. I like that one. So those are it. Here she says what this is about.
Those are really pretty.
I think this Crolsulfiso, I think this is a cross-stitch piece. I'll be darned. Yeah, it is. I didn't even look. Yeah, it's a cross-stitch piece. But she doesn't say what Crolsulfiso is. No. Crolsulfiso. I don't know. So that's what they are, Josie. Yeah, another Sal. I don't think so. Unless it's stump work.
There's this one and Royal Garden, and then we're doing the meditation.
Right.
Then you're doing the hearts, which is kind of a Sal.
Yep.
And then I know you've got a couple others ongoing, like the Queen and your Hannah.
Got Hannah going, and I want to get back to Hannah. That one I'm really enjoying. I've got to get back to that. Really enjoy this. Thanks.
Yeah, I started Jennifer Gilbert by Hands Across the Sea.
Oh,
and it's Jenefer. And I'm Jenifer.
Oh, that's close. You could modify.
I know. Well, I'm going to keep hers, but then I've already figured a way of putting my name in there too.
There you go.
I found a spot and plotted it out, so I've got the middle section done, and I've been wanting to get back to that too. But then this the Dawn to Dusk came and stole my attention.
Sunday.
And
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
oh no. Well, I need to make another center bar for my frames and for my lap stand. So I can do this same setup but on my little lap feet that I have.
Uh-huh.
So I'm remodifying the modification that I made of the Edward stands like
Okay.
earlier. Yeah.
You're remodifying the modification. Okay.
Yes, I am. And I was going to do that today, but that didn't happen because my brain said no. So but yeah, I need to do that, and then I can get back to that. And also my butterfly mandala, which I opened my closet door and it's sitting there looking at me, and I'm like, oh, I need to get back to you.
Now here, Con Cook saying crucifiso, crucifix. You know, I think you're right.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, that makes sense. Look at that. See, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So crucifiso, that must be some Latin, Greek, or something. I have to look that up. I really like this one. I really like it. And yeah, I mean, she's got it on a cross. It's in a frame, cross frame. Oh, there it is. Sure, INRI, INRI. That's exactly what it is. Oh, look at this. It comes together. Con Cook, thank you. I get it now. Because see that, Jennifer? Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
See, she's got INRI. I didn't even put that together.
Right.
What an idiot I am. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping this now, folks. Sorry, it's not part of the gift. No.
Oh, jeez.
It would be really.
Oh, look at that. It's a very stylized.
Look at that, huh?
Yeah, I see it now.
I did not piece that all together. Look at that. So Con Cook saves the day. Now it all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got to look
really
up crucifiso. It must be Latin or something.
How do you spell it?
CROCIFISSO. Oh, now this thing has become really cool. She only sent one copy and it's going away.
CROFISSICO?
FISSO.
Oh, FISSO. Okay. I see the word. Let's hit the button and have it look up. Oh, I didn't.
Mary Frensky says it's the modern day body of Jesus.
Yeah, a figure of Christ on the cross.
Well, that's an actual word then.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it's Italian. It's an Italian word.
Okay, Karen. I gotta have that in the collection.
I love words. I have my degree. I do have a degree. My degree is in Spanish with an English minor. So I studied languages a lot, and I took a lot of linguistics classes, and I loved linguistics and just studying the etymology of languages and how they changed. And yeah, I love languages. I took French and Spanish and German in middle school and high school, and then I took Latin and Russian and more French, and then a lot of Spanish because I got my Spanish degree in university.
Oh.
And then I met my husband. He's Dutch, so now I can speak some Dutch.
Now you have that. You are truly multilingual.
Yeah. 3 months after I graduated from university, we moved to the Netherlands. Then I had to. So I didn't ever really use my Spanish, and I could read it really well. I could write papers straight into Spanish, no problem. But I never had a lot of speaking practice, so my speaking wasn't that great.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to use that stuff once you learn it, yeah.
Yeah. And then, I leave the country and I go learn a whole new language.
Yeah, yeah.
But since I had taken German, and, German and Dutch are English is a Germanic language.
Mm.
So a lot of the words are so similar. It's just the vowels are different or the consonants are different, but
Yeah.
it's a piece of cake, really. But I
Mm.
have a language brain too, so.
Yeah, I don't. So, yeah, so Crocifisso is Italian. Sandy P looked it up. It's Italian.
Yeah.
And this thing on 18 count Ada is 8.5 by 14 and 5/8. So now I'm thinking this on 40 count. I bet that would be, I'm not going to do the math now, but that would be a cute little thing. That would be a really nice little thing. Okay. And she only sent one copy. I'm going to have to get another copy. Who's the pattern? Because this one, if I'd known all this, no one had ever seen it.
Yeah.
And it's Karen Dudzinski. Karen Dudzinski. Here, I'll put it on the screen. Karen Dudzinski, Textured Treasures. There, so you can see it. Karen Dudzinski, Textured Treasures. She's the one that designed the Dawn to Dust that Jennifer's doing. This she did this in 2006, so this is an old chart. 2006.
Oh, wow.
I really like it. Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Yeah. So Cindy says, always fun to see other people's work. Really enjoyed seeing the Sunday. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. I'm glad to hear that because I want to do more of that. Have the Sunday podcast and then have the people live because I've enjoyed that too.
Yeah, because then you get to talk more.
Right.
The Sunday show is an interview with still life picture, still pictures,
Yeah.
and then you get to go more in depth in real life, live.
Yeah, because you have to be careful doing the podcast. You can't talk about visual stuff because nobody can see it. So I really enjoyed that. Okay. Let's see, what was that? Okay, Sandy. Real funny, Sandy. Who was it? Wait, no. Mary Frensky. Oh, Mary Frensky's the one. A Lenten piece that I can finish.
That's funny.
Okay, Mary. Okay, Mary. Get all your chuckles in now, Mary. Get them all in now. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I can take the shots. That's all right. Now you speak about another salad.
That's funny.
Another salad that's sitting over there.
Yes.
Okay, Mary.
Well, you have very fussy floss for that one, it sounds like.
Well, the flosh, no, that's...
Yeah, no? Because
no.
You kept tangling all the time.
Well, yeah, once I learned it had a direction, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Then now, the problem went away.
So when you stitch, like when I go underneath, you know how on top I've got my finger and it's kind of in the loop of the thread and I hold it as I'm going down. I do the same thing underneath so I don't knot on the back. Do you do that?
With long ones, yeah. See, I don't know.
I do it with until it gets too short to really do it, but I do it like I hold it in the back so it doesn't tangle up in the back too.
Yeah.
You just loop it around your finger.
Normally I have a laying tool in my hand, and I don't know why I don't tonight. Usually it's...
Oh. I only use those when it's really necessary. Oops, I forgot to come up in the middle hole.
What size bars am I working on for Gay and Rogers? I'm using the Justiframe 7-inch. 7-inch. Because I always get them an inch smaller than the piece of canvas. And here I can show you, because I have it laid out here because I was playing. Here, I'm going to put me on the screen. Don't freak out, folks. Oops. So here's the 7-inch, and see it's an 8-inch piece of Congress cloth, and so you can see how it feels. So I can tack in here and get a nice tight tack, and be in the middle of the wood. Now this one I will stitch. I got to remember to do it. I will stitch in the well, meaning I will put it on the back side because the opening is so small that if I stitch on top, I don't want to get caught trying to finish off stitches in the back and not have enough room for the needle. So I'll stitch this one in the well, which means, for those who don't know, means putting it on the back, and this becomes the front. And then the back side is easier because the hearts aren't all that big. So
Right.
that's what I'll do. But yeah, 7-inch. The adjusted frame 7-inch. If you use the how come I can never remember the name of the one that the other one that has screws that expands. What is the name of that? I can never remember that. Anyway, if you use the other one, you probably want to get the standard 8-inch. But his wood is so wide that I like to get an inch smaller, and then I'm tacking right here in the middle of the wood rather than on the edge. What is the name of that? How come I can't ever remember?
I know, because I don't know.
Yeah, nuts.
And I'm not that familiar with the frames because I'm new to this. So, Evertites?
There it is. Evertites. That's
Okay.
what it is. Yeah. Are the hearts from Gay Ann Rogers still available? No, they're not, Bonnie. Sorry. No, that's Gay Ann Rogers. You know, she has the sale and they're gone. So sorry they're not available. Barbara, yeah, you'll like them. You'll like the adjusted frame bars. You will. Here, I'll put the information on. You'll like them a lot. Here, I'll just put it right there so it'll stay there. You can order. His name is Gary Kaufman, and I like him a lot. Thanks, Melanie. I can never remember Evertites. Okay, Barbara, it's on the screen now, so you should be able to write it all down. And he's very prompt. Like these 7, he lives just up the road. I didn't know the guy. Michelle from the Fox chapter, Needlepoint Guild, is the one who showed me, Michelle and Sandy. And the first ones introduced me to him. And he lives just up the road. I'd never met him. And so it's real convenient for me. I just send him an email and he make them up, and I go and pick them up. And so it works out really well. But I really like them. I think it's a good design.
Yeah, if I really, really get into needlepoint, and I really, if I really keep liking it, I mean, I really like it, so I don't know why I wouldn't, but it could be something in my future.
Yeah.
Buying some of those.
Barbara, mention Fiber Talk when you order. Please.
Well, when they asked me on the EGA thing how I heard about them, I said Fiber Talk.
Oh, good.
I did.
Well played.
Because I'm like, well, I could just say a friend, but I could really just say Fiber Talk, and it's even better. Right?
Yes, that's right.
So.
Yeah, Barbara, Barbara's never used stretcher bars. Yeah, Barbara, you almost have to. I'm a firm believer. I'm a firm believer. But Evertites.
Yeah, I don't know how you could.
Yeah, I don't know how you can keep enough tension. I don't know
how you could do this stuff without it. I just don't see.
Yeah, I think.
Because you got to do a lot. I mean, you got to do a lot of manipulating with 2 hands.
Right.
To do this stuff.
Yeah, and you need it taut, and you need it held by something. I will say that if you're going to use conventional stretcher bars, which are a whole lot less money, and they work just as fine as well. I have a whole collection of them. Conventional stretcher bars. I'm not demeaning those at all. But if you get conventional stretcher bars, do the Curdy Biggs trick, and that is to go to the hardware store and get these little pieces of hardware. They're cheap. And put your stretcher bars together and square them up. Use a square and get it square, and then put these little pieces of hardware on. You just need to do it on opposite corners. You only need 2, and that will keep your stretcher bars square.
Like those little square plates, like angle plates for holding two
Right.
pieces of wood together.
Right. Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Those, I mean, they're dirt.
Oh yeah, there you got a picture.
And then the wood is soft enough you don't really even have to drill a hole. You can just, the screws will just go right in. It's better if you drill a hole, just a little hole, but you don't really have to. But I highly recommend, if you're using conventional stretcher bars, that you put this or something else on two of the corners, two opposite corners, to hold that square before you put your canvas on there. It will just help keep your canvas square, especially if you travel a lot. It'll get bumped and jerked and so on, and then it gets out of square. And yeah, I think that's learned that one from Curdy Biggs. And the hardware is cheap. You can use, the hardware is cheap, and you only need two. So, Josie, what are those pieces called? You're gonna have to help me with which pieces we're talking about, Josie.
Oh, probably those little square thingies you're talking about. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, I don't know either.
My dad would know, but he's not here.
They're I mean, they're just little angle iron things.
Yeah.
Is all they are. They just go in the hardware store.
The Home Depot guys are very helpful. Just go in there and be like, I need these little angle things, and
you'll recognize them. They're
take a screenshot with your phone, and then take it in and show them a picture.
They're an inch and a half on the side. They're an inch and a half on the side. So here, I'll put it up there again so you can take a screenshot. And they're an inch and a half on the side. Angle brackets. There we go. Gina with the technical term.
There we go.
Angle brackets or L brackets. Corner brackets. Yeah, any of those terms will get it. So inch and a half is the ones I get when I use conventional stretcher bars. So.
Yep, because I'm using conventional stretcher bars. So yeah, I did notice. Okay, so I've got those on the back of this one. I've got those big quilters tacks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Thistle Needleworks, and then for the Royal Garden, I had ordered the brass tack packs, and I had to maneuver my Royal Garden on to get it on their square, like you were talking about, and I maneuvered it, and I had to take a tack out a couple of times, and the head popped off on me. And I was like, what? And then I had that little piece of pokey sticking out, which I had to hammer and shove into the wood.
Ooh, I always pull those out.
I could, but I didn't want to go find my needle nose pliers and do it at the moment. I was focused. I didn't want to waste time.
Lori, yes, opposite corners. That here, back on screen. Don't be scared. Oops. Yeah, opposite corners. So this is a big one. I did all four. This is one of the first ones I did. I did all four, and then I realized what a waste that was. You only need opposite corners because the other two corners aren't going anywhere. Once these chunks of metal are on here, the other corners just simply aren't going anywhere. So yeah, you can. So, and I think they come in packs of 4, so you can do two frames with one thing. And it's cheap. I mean, they're like a couple of bucks for a set of 4 with screws.
Yeah.
So you're not. It's not a fortune by any stretch. And so yeah, if you do opposite corners, this is overkill. This is all 4 corners is absolute overkill. I mean, this thing I can stand on. It's just ridiculous. So two on the corners will get the job done for you. Yeah. And I put it on if I'm not using adjustive frames, then I put it on though. If I use conventional, I put it on all of them. I don't care what size it is. I put it on all of them because it just keeps it square and it keeps it stable. Gina Snyder says her dad was a carpenter for 75 years. Yeah, she knows all the terms. All the terms. Yep.
I know the piece that's needed, but I may not know what it's called.
But yeah, so it's a cheap thing, and it really is very effective. Thanks to Curdy Biggs for that.
K116. Tiny ribbon. Oops.
So Sundays,
My
what?
my computer keeps going on screensaver because I'm not
Oh.
touching it enough. And my screen goes black and I have to redo it. Okay.
Sunday's podcast guests, do not miss that. Cecilia, it's Ajai, Ajay.
That sounds good.
3D bead embroidery. It's amazing work. So get to learn about all that,
Wow.
and then check out the photos because it's the most fascinating way to go about embroidery.
Wow.
And I did one the other day with Karen Kluba, Rosewood Manor. Did a podcast with her. It's the second one I've done with her. The first one was all about her and how she got started, and the usual stuff, which is interesting in its own right. But this time we talked more about her approach to design and the variety that she does, and so on and so forth. So that's coming up in 2 or 3 weeks. We'll have that.
Nice. She's been doing on Facebook. She's been doing a virtual trunk show.
Yeah, she has a bunch of new designs here. Because she was going to be at the show in St. Charles, the gallery. So she had designs planned for that. And of course, that got canceled. So now we're seeing what she was going to show there.
Okay.
She is. Well, I don't know if I really have any true clue, but many days I think that in the world of cross stitch designers, that if she isn't the best one, she's darn close to it, because variety, originality, she just can do so many different things that she just one of my all-time favorites. She really is. Just impressive work all the time.
Yep, I've got I think it's the Dreaming of Tulips. I have that one. I haven't done it, but I've got the chart. And because I like tulips. They're gorgeous.
She is just
brilliant.
brilliant.
I've got another one.
She is just special.
Yeah, I really like all of hers.
And then I interviewed Amina K. She's from Moscow, and she's coming up in a couple of weeks. And we that was where Beth and I got onto a show when we were talking about her podcast about not being intimidated by people who are more experienced, more skilled, whatever. She does. Her blog is very good, and so I got to talk to her. She was also very interesting, and she thought her English was terrible, but though she works very hard at it, and she's very proud of it. But it was just fine. It was just fine.
Oh yeah,
it's better than mine most days. So it's just kind of.
Yeah. Yep, a lot of people, if it's not their first language, are much better than what they think they are.
Yeah.
That they're very.
Yeah.
And it's hard. I mean, I know, because I would go when I was in the Netherlands. I learned to speak Dutch somewhat, and I could make myself understood and stuff, but you get intimidated,
Well, yeah, people, it's a native language for them, and then how close am I?
And then there's people who, instead of just taking what you say and understanding, because they can understand, they want to correct everything you say, and you're like, can't you just relax? And it helps me more if you would just nod your head and what I'm trying to say. Don't correct everything I'm saying. Just go with the flow. I will get better. But if you're going to correct me every other word, then I'm just going to shut down and not talk to you.
I was going to say, yeah, then you're going to get zero
Yeah.
words. Yeah, exactly.
You do. You just eventually you just stop talking because you're like, well, whatever. You're just not you're not giving me a chance. So never mind. So I'm, got to be patient with people who don't speak your language because they're trying hard. And how many languages do you speak?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My husband speaks 4, so I speak 1, and I can stumble in another one and vaguely understand another one. That's about it.
Well,
so
I can do English on a good day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, there it is. I'm trying to do this interlaced Maltese cross, and I have to look at the diagram, and then I have to look and see where I start and get things arranged. Okay, so I need to tie off up there somewhere.
What time is it? Holy smokes. I hadn't even looked at the time.
Oh, it's 9:15.
Look at that. All right, Barbara ordered the bars. Thank you, Barbara.
Woo-hoo.
Actually, Gary Kaufman thanks you. But I appreciate you mentioning Fiber Talk because I'm going to assume you did that. So thanks for that.
And I need a longer piece of ribbon for this, I think.
Well, we should probably wrap up. So, folks, send in your emails now. Avlia, if you want a shot at the Avlia charts, and Textured, if you want a shot at the Textured charts. And the winner of Crucifiso is going to get it with much reluctance from me now that I have a hold. Darn it. So send those in right away because I'll go upstairs after we go off the air and do the drawings. And could use a guest for Wednesday night. If somebody wants to be a guest Wednesday night, let me know. Just send an email. It's easy to do and a lot of fun. So let me know.
Yep.
Yeah, Jennifer knows you did it.
Yeah, it was super fun.
That's how we dragged you into doing this.
I know. This is super fun too.
So send those in right away because I'm going to go upstairs and do the drawing here in just a few minutes. So with that, don't miss the podcast Wednesday. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. And mention Fiber Talk when you buy stuff. We're out of here. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.